Hey guys, it's Tessa. So I'm still a tiny bit sick while I'm filming this, but that's fine. So today, I figured since I didn't end up making anything this year for Christmas, that we would instead talk about the things I've made over the last handful of years. So only in the last 3 years have I kind of made it a tradition for me to make something crocheted or knit for like our Christmas decor. This really just started because the first Christmas after we got engaged. This was actually the first Christmas we did anything, I think, if I remember right. So we bought a small tree. We still have the same tree, but it's a really tall, like skinny tree. I want to get a new one, but whatever. Anyway, but what we ended up doing to kind of make our studio space a little more homey and like Christmassy, because it's my husband's favorite holiday, is I made stockings for each of us. So I made stockings for my husband, myself, and then Gibby, of course. I only have Gibby's stocking to this day because I upgraded my husband and I's. So we have the Gibby stocking. It's just a G. This is my first time doing anything like color work. For example, like not color work, like socks or stockings. I did the stitches kind of funnily. If I remember correctly, what I did was I cast it off and like decreased along the side until I had only a couple stitches left, and then I just basically one row at a time added a stitch along the casted off edge, which it works. It's still a little see-through, but it worked. And I did that for all 3 stockings. I believe Gibby's is done this way, and then both my husband and I's stockings are done with the colors inverted. So both the toes, heels, and letters are done in the white, while the main part of the stocking, I keep wanting to call it a stocking, is done in this like orange color. But this is really my first attempt at like socks or socks adjacent items. The next year was, I believe, our first year in our current apartment, and I wanted to go all out for our stockings because I'm slightly crazy. And this time I put our initials on each of our stockings, and I also lined them. They're also massive. If you looked at my community page, I think is what it's called, I made a post and then I made a post and added a video, added a couple photos of these stockings. So these are the Babu and Tato stockings. These are our nicknames for each other. Each one has different motifs on it because I was really curious about playing with color work and doing different like types of motifs basically. So each one has the green and white ribbing. I don't remember exactly what it's called. I'll insert the name here if I can remember. And then you have the name, and then you have the start of the first motif. We have snowflake, reindeer, holly, and like just like a little diamond pattern here. Let me see if I can give you a better glance at this. Holly, and then you have just the little like star motif. So that was my stocking. Also, my husband only started calling me Babu, I think, because we watched the Star Wars movie that has Babu Frit in it, and my husband said I reminded him of Babu, which I don't know to this day that's an insult or compliment. I don't really care. But yeah, then I started calling him Tato because I don't know. Started calling him Tato. So here once again we have the 2-color ribbing. We have the name. This one we have trees, a diamond like mountain almost motif. This one's more of like an advanced snowflake motif. The star motif that's done on towards the toe portion of the other one. And then this side, this portion, I really wanted to explore like splitting, or what's it called? Where you, afterthought. I really wanted to explore an afterthought heel. It's not done correctly or well at all on this stocking, but I did technically do an afterthought heel. I don't know why this one little spot is buckling. There we go, see if that helps. So yeah, just this one section I did the afterthought heel on, and it's not pretty. It's not perfect either. His is lined with a like snowy fleece, because again, he likes Christmas. And then mine is lined with a like fall themed fleece, so it's got like leaves on it and stuff. But these have been our stockings for the last 2 years. I don't plan to do this ever again if I could avoid it, except for maybe Gibby's stocking, but his will also be made probably half this size. I just haven't gotten around to doing it because I've been really busy this December, and then last December Christmas didn't really feel like Christmas, so I didn't originally plan on making anything. I don't think I'm gonna make anything this year just because we've had such a busy December. But this year, I also posted a video for it, but I made 2 hats for us. I believe this is the hat I made in the tutorial video I posted. I will tag that here if you would like. But yeah, we got this one. Looking so cool, looking so fly, I know. And then this one I like more, so I believe this one I made mine. I think I made the first one. My husband's. But yeah, so I've got a tutorial for this one. If you want to go see it, check it out, do it. Have fun, girlies. I don't know. But yeah, these are the 2 hats I made last year. Like I mentioned, I don't think I'm going to make anything this coming year. I'm not sure what I would make if I were to make anything this year. Like, honestly, I don't really know. It's already it's 12 days till Christmas for me. So I really don't know what I'm gonna do, if anything. I thought about maybe making little Christmas tree ornaments maybe, or something like that. I'm not really sure though, just because I don't know. We still don't even have our tree up, to be honest, which is crazy. I'm usually the kind of person that's like, oh, Christmas is over, great, Christmas tree up now. But again, we've been so busy this December. Just the last couple of months have been really busy for us, and so we haven't even thought about putting it up yet. So I'm hoping to put it up this weekend, maybe. I say that even though it's currently the weekend. Maybe I'll put it up tomorrow. That's what I'll do. I'll try to put my tree up tomorrow, and I'll show you some of it. But those are the projects I've made so far in the last couple of years. I want to make more. I want to make like ugly Christmas sweaters for both my husband and I, or I just want to make more Christmas decor in general because I don't have a lot of Christmas decor. All I have Christmas decor wise currently is our tree and I think the like handful of ornaments we have, like they all fit in this like 13 by 8 box basically. But again, our tree's pretty small, so like they all fit on the tree nicely as well. Each year as well we buy Christmas ornaments, or I try to, for my husband and I. Like the first year I bought our initials, and then I think the year before, or last year, I think I bought us little like the little wooden ornaments that you can paint on. I bought those for us. They're not fully appropriate, so I can't show them to you guys. But and then last year, before Joann's closed, I got us a little. It's like an acorn, and then inside the acorn are 2 little mushrooms, and I was like, look, it's us, because I'm awesome. So that's what I did for that. I'm gonna insert probably here our tree, what it looks like, all that jazz. Alright, so you'll have to ignore how messy our house is, but this is our tree this year. We ended up having to buy a whole new tree because we threw out our one from last year. I'm also working on a little garland to go around it, but let me show you something really cool. It has 3 light settings. So it's got this like dimmer setting where it just goes in and out. Yeah, and it's also got like twinkly lights. Alright guys, so that is going to finish up this video. I hope you enjoyed our tree. I hope you got some inspiration on some of the projects that I have made. If you are curious about these motifs at all, let me know. I did them through something called Stitch Fiddle, and I can easily make the PDFs accessible to everybody, or make them PDFs just accessible in general, and you should be able to kind of go from there and figure out the motifs if you ever want to make something like this. But if you want to see more from me, or you have more questions about Christmas, or you have more things you want to talk about, leave me a comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.